What's going on, guys? My web doers, the Superior Spider here, and I'll be doing a spoiler review with the Avengers Infinity War with
WhatTheActualMark. So now let's get on to spoiler territory.
Yep.
Well, first things first. Spider-Man dies.
No, please don't say that.
I don't want to go. I felt like he's trying to reference like Doctor Who at that point. I mean, considering, he just want to give out the Britishness into him.
Well, it's not just Spider-Man dies. Everybody dies.
Well,
no, not everybody dies.
I mean, it's only just like
Half.
it's just like the original Avengers, Rocket, Nebula, just only those, and M'Baku. It's only those few very little characters left that managed to survive Thanos' death wave. It's just so heartbreaking, especially in Spidey's case. He's just a kid.
What if somebody had died tonight? Different story, right? Because that's on you. And if you died, I feel like that's on me. I don't need that on my conscience.
Like, he shouldn't even meant to endure all of that. But the fact that he does, and he actually dies, it just really hurts.
You didn't see that coming?
I did not see this coming at all. I mean, he was the hero of mine.
He's a hero in both of our hearts.
Yeah. Just cannot believe he's actually, gone. Well, not for a long time. I mean, but we'll just have to see. Then again, the writers said the deaths are real and we should move on. I agree, but I cannot move on from the death of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Heck, his stuff just hit me so hard. I was actually like crying for like 2 days straight. It's just really that heartbreaking. Although, despite knowing the fact that he's still gonna have his sequel after the Avengers 4, which is, kind of ruins that a bit, but it's still very impactful.
I think what could have been better is if Marvel did not, announce the sequels to the heroes.
Yeah, it just ruins it. It just ruins it.
Yeah, I mean, if Marvel was able to keep a big secret for Avengers Infinity War, they could have just kept the big secret for what we should have for Avengers 4.
Yeah.
For Phase 4.
Yeah.
They could have just done that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I guess that means Spider-Man's not going to get the symbiote suit, and it's not going to be connected to Venom at all.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I'm actually a little bit skeptical about the Venom movie, because I'm not really convinced that it probably might hit well as much as the other good movies out there. But if it does work out well, I'll probably be able to see it.
Yeah, I just hope that it's good too. I mean, let's just hope Venom movie is good.
Yeah.
And at the very end of the movie, Captain Marvel is called upon to get help.
And before that, I actually like the bit where Nick Fury just tried to say his classic Samuel L. Jackson line, "Mother."
Who the hell are you? Nick Fury, mother.
Yeah. It's kind of like Kong Skull Island. I mean, his last words were,
Die, you motherfucker.
Language.
Yeah. Although, there's something I find very questionable. If you imagine, call Captain Marvel this whole time, where was she been during the Battle of New York, and anyone else haven't joined the MCU, as a matter of fact? Where's she been?
maybe she was in outer space doing her own thing, trying to keep peace in the galaxy. Plus, the Phase 2 prototypes of using the Tesseract as a weapon was Nick Fury's Plan A. The Avengers was his response team called Plan B. Captain Marvel is Nick Fury's Plan C.
Maybe.
Let's just hope Carol Danvers actually explains all that, because even Nick Fury got disintegrated, and he's not going to be able to explain anything to the original Avengers.
Yeah, pretty much.
And one thing, what's even more depressing is that Steve thinks Tony is dead, while Tony thinks Steve is dead.
Yeah. Oof. Damn.
Even though they are not talking to each other, he still cares about him, because if you think about it, Tony actually keeps charging up Steve's phone and takes it everywhere with him, just in case something bad actually happens.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, Thanos' snap, it's kind of like Coulson's death. Coulson's death is what brought everyone together to get along, and the death of the half of the universe is what's going to get the original Avengers get together and actually get along.
Oh yeah. And speaking of Captain America, I actually like the opening moment for where like the train passes by, and when he catches like the staff thing, the Avengers theme just boom out, just epicness rolls in.
Yeah, that's the part where I was also singing too. I mean, just so good to see Captain America just back in action once again, because the last time we saw him, he was just giving out some fitness advice and about doing math and reading books. So you got detention.
Yeah.
Like, that's the last time we saw Captain America. This time we finally see him like, you know what, I'm just gonna drop my shield and get rid of my stars and stripes. I'm basically Steve Rogers, that's all.
And I'm willing to go a beard for that.
Yeah. And now he's reduced to having a mustache and wanting photos of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
I need photos! Photos of Spider-Man!
Yeah, let's just talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. Gamora didn't get to die among her friends like she wanted to.
I have lived most of my life surrounded by my enemies. I will be grateful to die among my friends.
Yeah, it's just really sad that Gamora has to. I mean, everyone had to live with the fact that Gamora dies on her, and the fact that she had to die without even the knowledge that all of her friends, well, just gone like that. It's just really sad.
Yeah, and speaking of Gamora's death, guess who's back? After 8 years, Red Skull returns.
Hell, Hydra.
Tony.
Hey, Hydra.
It's so good to see him once again. Like, it made me wonder, did he go to space? Did he die? Or what happened to him?
I mean, this pretty much confirms where it's been after all this, like, 70-something years in the MCU.
I thought he was locked inside the Tesseract, and he just, and when Thanos just crushed it in his hand, just Red Skull just popped in and just said, I have been falling for 78 years.
It's kind of like weird to see Red Skull as like some kind of like wise, prophet though. I mean, last time we see him, he's just like hungry, kind of guy who's hungry for power, willing to destroy anything that get in his way. Even they have to destroy half the earth to prove so, which kind of happened in a way. But hey.
Yeah, but what's really weird is that, was he levitating in the movie?
Yeah, I mean before his massive review, it's just, he just acts like some kind of like one of those like ghost entities that you see back at freaking Harry Potter. What a ripoff they had there, actually.
Maybe it's one of the powers that the Infinity Stones give you for some reason. I think because Scepter gave powers to Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. The Aether made Jane Foster float, I guess, and then there's the Space Stone, which makes you float around for a little while.
Yeah, I guess.
Iron Spider legs.
Oh, the Waldos, yeah. Actually, I mean, everyone kept on speculating from like the toy screenshots and a few theories about how maybe close to the original Iron Spider suit. Yeah, they were right. They do have those legs, but in the original comics, they had like 3 additional legs, but in this one, they got 4, which is kind of like make more sense because he is a spider after all. So.
And he's an arachnid, not an insect, like Thanos calls him.
Insect.
It's kind of annoying, but still.
I like that Tony Stark just packed out another parachute for him.
He should just supply him with even more parachutes. Like, one is not enough. Give him more parachutes, please.
Yeah, definitely.
You have also not reinstalled your parachute, so a fall from this height would most likely be lethal.
Come on!
One more thing. Everyone's blaming Star-Lord for the destruction of half the universe.
Asshole! Tell me you didn't do it! No, you didn't! Stop!
What is your goal here? To get everybody to hate you? Because it's working.
But if you think about it, Doctor Strange said there's like a 14 million something in one chance, well, for the victory to be assured, which I think this is where it actually leads to. I think because if Star-Lord doesn't, well, try to interfere with their plan, who knows what it could lead to.
I've spent so many years peering through time, looking at this exact moment, but I can't see past it. I've prevented countless terrible futures, and after each one there's always another, and they all lead here, but never further.
Went forward in time to view alternate futures, to see all the possible outcomes of the coming conflict.
How many did you see?
14,605.
How many did we win?
One.
Yeah. I mean, some people say that Wong should have helped him out, and I'm like, do you really think that he would have been one of the options who could definitely win? No, I'm pretty sure he would have been part of the options that could lose.
Yeah.
I mean, there are like 14,605, outcomes. Then and the death of half the universe to stop Thanos is only one option for them to win. Like, it makes them, it's like a major sacrifice for them.
Yeah, it's just an old phrase. Sometimes in order to win, you just have to lose.
As much as I hate to admit it, if we're gonna win this one, some of us might have to lose it.
They're gonna have to win together and lose together.
Yeah.
Which I hope it's a prediction, but I really hope that the original Avengers will die in order to get the new Avengers back and have the universe too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just give us like a lot of sort of possibilities where we get with the new characters and new status quo.
Yeah. Well, let's just talk about some of the Infinity Stones. The Soul Stone was with Red Skull.
Yeah. I mean, most people, try to speculate where the Soul Stone really is. They assume it could be with Heimdall, or it could be something like that mystical place mystical realm we see in like Wakanda, which actually both can make sense, but they actually did like a good twist on that.
Yeah. Apparently, you can destroy an Infinity Stone if you can destroy Vision's Mind Stone, because I'm pretty sure I've seen Age of Ultron and Helen Cho said that you can't just blow up the Infinity Stone, and apparently you can blow up an Infinity Stone.
The real power is inside the cradle. Its power is uncontainable. You can't just blow it up.
Well, considering if you think about this, Wanda's powers, at least in this universe, come from the scepter, right? Which is where the power of the stone came in. So maybe it's only to destroy one stone. It has to be one that shares a similar power to it.
You're kind of right.
They all kind of like hinting to the fact that only Wanda only the one destroys it. Like, why everyone else can't do it, but Wanda can?
That's a little bit confusing. And Loki dies for good this time.
After many fake deaths and falling to the Bifrost, getting killed by Dark Elves. And yeah, that is pretty much it for Loki.
Yeah, he gets his neck snapped, right? Just saying the wrong words. I'm dying.
I'm just getting Gwen Stacy flashbacks.
You didn't see that coming?
Although, I have to be honest though, this is kind of like the weakest that Loki did so far. I mean, he managed to like fake his own death many times. Why this time? Why this time he can't do it as well? I mean, after all that tricks and whatnot, this is the time where, well, it just feels kind of weak to me.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to see. The Master of Mischief is able to be weak at this point. Oh, and Heimdall dies, but it was kind of expected.
Yeah.
What did you do?
The damage is not too bad. As long as the foundations are still strong, we can rebuild this place. It will become a haven for all peoples and aliens of the universe. Now those foundations are gone. Sorry.
So much for Asgard is the people.
Well, half of them are dead.
Eh, who knows?
I mean, yeah, just half the people are probably dead. So yeah. Every single Guardian is dead.
Except Rocket. Well, except
Rocket.
And Nebula? Does she count as a Guardian?
Well, she's very friendly with Gamora.
I guess.
And what's even more depressing is that Rocket is going to expect the Guardians to come back only to see Nebula.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really disappointing for him to see that, and heartbreaking. And speaking of heartbreaking, Pepper Potts comes back.
Yeah, after a long hiatus from like during Civil War, and now coming back in Homecoming, and now she's finally getting married to Tony Stark, which is actually kind of like a coolest thing that happened in Homecoming. Like, oh, I got this ring since 2008.
And Tony once again becomes Iron Man, and Pepper's like, you know what? I'm pretty sure we should call off the wedding and let's not get married, okay?
Yeah. Really.
Then again, she's in a relationship with Tony Stark. Everything's never gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be okay?
No. You're in a relationship with me. Everything will never be okay.
Although I'm actually kind of like interested to see like Pepper Potts in a rescue armor.
Maybe we'll see that in Avengers 4.
Maybe.
Let's talk about Thor in particular.
Oh yeah. I think this is where he got hit the most. Like seeing every Asgardian killed right before his eyes. Heimdall, Loki. I think this is where the breaking point for him now.
Yeah, I mean, he has nothing left except the Avengers.
Yeah.
What more can I lose?
Yeah, and then there's one thing that I really want to talk about is that how he gets a new weapon, and it's called the Stormbreaker.
Yeah. That's actually like, ain't that like Beta Ray's build weapon back in the comics?
I think it is, yeah. I mean, it is like a part hammer, part axe.
Which kind of like, yeah, it kind of reminds me more of the ultimate version of the hammer.
Yeah, it is. And let me tell you, when he finally gets a Stormbreaker from Peter Dinklage, who is a lot taller than he usually is.
Yeah, I mean, he showed us grown along since like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and let me just tell you, his return to Earth is amazing. It's like his opening sequence in Thor: The Dark World, but they up the ante on it.
Oh yeah, and with the again the Avengers theme blaring out again, like, boom.
Yeah, it's like that scene when Hulk says, "I'm always angry." Have you ever noticed that how in every Avengers movie there's one scene where it's just all one shots?
Oh yeah.
There was none of that in Avengers Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should expect that in Avengers 4.
And also the thing about between the Hulk and Bruce Banner.
Oh yeah, he just keeps slapping himself just to hope that he comes back, but he's like, no.
Come on, Hulk. What are you doing to me? Come out. Come out. Come out. What do you mean, no?
Yeah, just really kind of heartbreaking to see him just being a coward away now.
Yeah, and plus, I think I like to say that Thanos actually has a farm now.
Yeah, actually, it kind of remind me of like one bit of the What If comics where he actually does raise on the farm, which is kind of like interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Yeah, just seeing him just looking over the horizon is like, yeah, we know you did all those bad things and you wanted it, but you don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Just don't. Just really horrible. I mean, we had to endure the genocide that Marvel has given us.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty much this is as far as dark it could possibly get in terms of like overall Marvel movies.
Yeah, just it's very dark.
Yeah.
Much darker than the opening sequence of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Which was incredibly depressing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now, from depressing, let's go to the jokes. Let me just tell you that I really liked...
What exactly is it that they do?
Kick names, take ass.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god. It's just really... Oh my god. It's just... Really...
As Mantis was saying kick names, take ass, Tony Stark just looks like he just regrets telling the world that he's Iron Man. Like, he's just wondering that if he didn't say the words, I am Iron Man, none of this would have happened. Especially when there's one scene where the Guardians and the Avengers actually meet, especially just asking,
where is Gamora?
Yeah, I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora?
I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Yeah. Oh, you just like poor choice of words, Drax. I mean, I'm pretty sure he would already known who Gamora is. So why even give out the why Gamora? He's just really in the feeling the mood.
Yeah, I think the Drax had the best jokes in the movie, especially when he's trying to stand so still that he becomes invisible to the naked eye.
Well, I feel like you do care. That's why I'm apologizing. So sorry.
Gamora is not the one for you, Quill. Shadow.
Yeah. just standing there just to try to interrupt the moment between Peter Quill and Gamora. Just so funny.
Dude, how long have you been standing there?
An hour.
I was actually expecting like Drax to at one moment say, "Are you really Iron Man? Are you meant to be like an iron, like man made of iron?" Then it just kind of. I actually want Drax to say that kind of quote.
His people are completely literal. Metaphors are gonna go over his head.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it.
Yeah, I thought so too. And so basically the big Easter eggs, what I was trying to say, most of the Easter eggs are actually throwbacks to the past 10 years of the film.
If you can make God bleed, then people will cease to believe in him.
All that for a drop of blood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially when the Guardians and mentioning Footloose and Kevin Bacon.
I like that Peter Quill just said whatever movie he mentioned, think it's the best of all time. Parker just replies, "It never was." He just like Star Wars just went like disappointed.
Tell him about the dance off to save the universe.
What dance off?
It's not.
Like in Footloose, the movie?
Exactly like Footloose. Well, on my planet, there's a legend about people like you. It's called Footloose. And in it, a great hero named Kevin Bacon. He teaches an entire city full of people with sticks up their butts that dancing, wow, it's the greatest thing there is. Is it still the greatest movie in history?
It never was.
Squidward. Ebony Maw is Squidward.
He means get lost, Squidward.
Oh, I'm hopelessly lost.
Yeah, actually, it actually kind of looks it actually really is accurate to being a Squidward.
So I thought this joke come from Spider-Man because I don't see Tony Stark watching SpongeBob SquarePants.
Just another pop culture reference we needed in this.
Let me just say, if aliens wind up implanting eggs in my chest or something and I eat one of you, I'm sorry.
I do not want another single pop culture reference out of you for the rest of the trip, you understand?
Rocket still has a fetish for eyes.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
He gave you his eye.
Nah, he gave me 100 credits. I snuck into his room later that night, stole his eye.
There's one more thing we need to complete the plan. That guy's eye.
He's gonna wake up tomorrow, and he's not gonna know where his eye is!
Thank you, sweet rabbit.
I mean, I get it. It's actually for again replacing his missing one, but
oh yeah.
Oh, I would have watched that. The only way I could sneak it off Contraxia was up my... Hey, we're here.
Especially when Steve meets Groot. Like, even though you see those characters, like, getting used to whatever's happening, they are still confused as to what the hell's going on.
yeah.
I am Groot.
I am Steve Rogers.
You know, like that moment in that first trailer we see in Infinity War, we see like the movie shot of like the Wakandans, the Avengers, even the Hulk in it just going across to the freaking camera. I mean, we didn't even see that in the movie because I guess it's just only as like a money shot, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. And speaking of the Hulk, we only saw Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe they'll change that. Well, revert back to the status quo when most likely they will time travel back in Avengers 4. I mean, who knows? We may even see some of that.
Maybe. Hope so. And, but what really worries me is, how are we gonna get from Avengers Infinity War to Avengers 4? Like, how do you go on?
Yeah.
With what you ended to there? How are you gonna top that? And there's one scene that really shocked me. It was in the final battle when almost everyone is down to the ground and Iron Man is the one left standing. He fights against Thanos all by himself, and just as he's about to get the finishing blow, Tony gets stabbed.
I mean, yeah, it's just... I mean, you can feel how much Mesh is willing to go for, even me sacrificing himself to go fight against Thanos. I mean, his armor just nearly got blown to shreds, not even... Obadiah's stay measure reached to that point.
Yeah. Just it was kind of shocking just to see this character that we've seen him over the last 10 years just about get killed.
Yeah. I mean, of course he did survive, but still, I mean, chances of that happening, if it weren't for Doctor Strange, he would have died most definitely.
I shouldn't be alive.
Stop!
Unless it was for a reason.
Spare his life, and I will give you the stone.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just it's crazy. You know what's the one more thing that I want to say? How underused the Black Order was.
Yeah, I mean, they're only just there to at least, well, just try to move on with the plot at least. Like, especially with few just dies off a little bit prematurely. Like the one Squidward just flew into space. Like, that's a bit... I mean, we'll at least see more of the Black Order, but no, they just have to die for the sake of it.
Yeah, just weird. It's just really, really weird. That's one thing I kind of noticed.
Yeah.
I think that's most of what we talked about.
Okay, well, that's a spoiler review for with What the Actual Mark here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until then, we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.